hopefully he weren't looking at his phone. Good evening. I'm Paulina here with Lauren and Paul. Rider Guider is a bike navigation system that directs the rider with vibrations in the grips, letting him keep his eyes and mind on the road at all times. Unlike cars, which have built-in navigation systems, and pedestrians who can safely stop on the road and check a map, bikers have no solution that is designed specifically to be worry-free and safe. Bikers now can use their phones or complex GPS systems, but those both require visually interpreting information and a complete shift in focus. Even when driving a car, there's strong evidence that diverting visual attention away from the road can lead to an increased rate in crashes. Bikers, even less protected, can be more vulnerable. By eliminating visual distractions and integrating directions directly into the biking experience, Rider Guider offers worry-free, safe, and affordable bike navigation. It uses an app and a smartphone, eliminating the need for a standalone GPS unit. It transfers all of the signals over Bluetooth, so the rider can keep his phone in his pocket or bag at all times. And it uses inexpensive electronics to transmit the signals from the phone all the way to the vibrating grips. And this is how we ride the Guider to his destination.
With that in mind, let's go for a ride. Here comes Jackson. He's an urban bike commuter, and he wants to get himself to a new destination where he's never been before. Jackson takes out the Rider Guider module and slides it into place on the previously installed mount and grips. After turning it on, he takes out his phone and browses to the Rider Guider application. He inputs his destination and clicks Start. The application then shows him his first direction, so he's ready to go and puts his phone in his pocket where it won't distract him during his ride. When using Rider Guider, directions are transmitted to the user through a sequence of vibrations in the grips. Different sequences encode different types of turns. As we can see on the map, Jackson is approaching his first right turn. This is indicated through 2 short pulses in the right grip. As Jackson turns, a long vibration in the right grip indicates that he is at his right turn. Let's watch him take another turn. This time it is the left turn, so the warning is on the left side. This gives him time to change lanes if necessary. With the long vibration on the left grip, Jackson knows to turn left. The Rider Guider language employs 8 different signals that correctly capture all of the different types of turns expected on a bike route. We've tested 3 different implementations of the language and found that it was easy to use and intuitive. If there is an error, such as a lost GPS signal, the bike grips vibrate 5 short pulses. This would tell Jackson to pull over and take out his phone, where he would see a more detailed error message. Now Jackson nears his destination. This is indicated by 2 short pulses followed by a long pulse in both bike grips. Again, this is 2 short pulses followed by a long pulse. Jackson pulls over and takes out his phone, where you can see that he has arrived. He turns off and pulls out the Rider Guider module, which he can charge later when necessary. Jackson has arrived at his destination confidently and safely.
We'll show you exactly how Rider Guider works. The Android app sends a destination address to MapQuest and receives a list of latitude and longitude coordinates of every turn along the way with the associated direction. The app updates the rider's position every 5 meters, so it always knows where he is relative to each turn. The app draws 2 circles around each turn, one larger and one smaller. Upon entering the larger circle, the rider is 100 meters away and is given a warning of an upcoming turn. Upon entering the smaller circle, the rider is 25 meters away and receives a signal for the immediate turn. To make sure the rider stays on track, the app draws an ellipse around every 2 consecutive turns. If the rider exits the ellipse at any point, the app will recalculate and give the rider the new directions. All of these signals are sent from the phone to the bike module, which sits on the handlebars over Bluetooth. Inside the module, we have a microcontroller and a Bluetooth receiver that interpret the directions from the phone and send them out to the vibrating grips. Our system is powered by a lithium polymer battery that has a battery life of 11 hours and is rechargeable via USB. We have an easily accessible switch that has an LED to indicate whether the system is on or off. To make sure that it doesn't get stolen, the module is easily removable, simply sliding in and out of the mount, so it can be taken off when not in use. The mount itself has electrical connectors that allow us to send the pulses from inside the module out to the wired grips. These custom grips, which were made out of silicone rubber, have the LEDs and vibration motors embedded in them, so they look and feel like regular grips. And that is how we put directions into the rider's hands.
So whose hands will be receiving the directions? RiderGuider is geared towards young professionals and college students. Young professionals who use the bicycle as their main means of transportation can use RiderGuider for peace of mind that they won't get lost. A preliminary survey of potential customers showed that these biking commuters were the most enthusiastic about a tactile navigation system. In addition, college students who've recently relocated to a new city and don't yet know their way around are also a target customer. With RiderGuider, these users can confidently navigate unfamiliar routes without compromising their safety. In the United States, there are over 2 million bikers that make up the young commuter market. Of this specific market, we plan to capture 5% over 5 years, which is less than 0.5% of the total biking market. In the future, we also hope to explore the possibility of pairing RiderGuider with bike share systems, which would increase our market size by over 150,000 bikes. While there are other bike navigation products on the market, RiderGuider fills the unique role of being both affordable and safe. Conventional navigation systems rely on visual directions, which remove the rider's attention from the road. According to a study from Carnegie Mellon University, even auditory signals draw cognition away from driving. But RiderGuider removes these worries by integrating navigation into the biking system. At a retail price of $50, RiderGuider is affordable for college students. Factoring in the various production costs, each RiderGuider unit will generate a 40% profit. If we can get 4,000 backers pledging $50 each, then RiderGuider can get on the road and start making a profit by year 3. 5 years out, RiderGuider's annual revenue is projected to be just under $1.5 million, with a 2% growth rate. RiderGuider is the integrated bike navigation system that is worry-free, safe, and affordable. It directs the rider through tactile signals in the grips, allowing him to keep his eyes and his mind on the road. We'd like to take a moment to thank the instructors, staff, and mentors who've helped make RiderGuider possible. RiderGuider, you've reached your destination.